Welcome to Spartan Sports Network for today's quarterfinal doubleheader here in the Double A class sectionals for boys and girls soccer. But first, we start off with the girls soccer team here at East Syracuse Manoa in their game against Central Square. Well, the visitors are coming in 2-14 on the seasons, coming off a 7-0 loss against Fayetteville Manlius 5 days ago. In two matchups with the Spartans have outscored Central Square 10-1 with a 5-1 victory and a 5-0 victory earlier this year. Well, for the girls, they come in 11-3-2 on the year, finishing third in Class AA. They're coming off a 2-0 win against RFA 5 days ago as well. For the starting lineups for the visitors, C Square's got Natalie Crandall in goal, Ryan Colton out on the pitch, Milo Ojatowski, Peyton St. Clair, Lillian McClowry, Kirsten Keating, Demonica Ramsey, Melena Miller, Olivia Grunel, and Sierra Panipino, along with Claire Keppel. But for the Spartans, same as always, Juliana Orcutt out there, Ava Burry, Michaela Hurlbert, Leah Rem, Laura Marker, Ainsley Winans, Sophia Brooks, Alina Kurdzik, Leah Shavesty, Chloe Welch, and Ashley Praxel. The Spartans will start off with the ball here at tip, actually to kick off today's contest. And here we go. Rem's going to take it. She's going to get it back. She's going to dump it off the Hurlbert. Hurlbert back up to Leah Rem. Rem's going to knock it forward into C Square territory. She's being double teamed currently. Shot saved by Grandel. And it's a quick start for the Spartans. The little drop kick will get fielded at the 40. Rem's going to get it. Keeping it in C Square territory is the Spartans as Praxel gets it on the near side. Up top, the Winans. Winans will control it. Knocks it over to Welch. Welch from about the 30. Over to Winans. Winans gets it to Shavesty. Shavesty over to Marker. Marker over to Shavesty. Shavesty looking for something. Gets into the middle of the field and turned it for Hurlbut. And that's going to get knocked around in the middle. Ramsey has it, dumps it off to Keppel. It's going to be immediately stole by the Spartans. That would be Ava Burry on the far side. Welch is going to load up, and it's going to hit off the foul pole. And it's going to be out of bounds for the Spartans. Goal kick for Grandel. It's going to be fielded at the 30. Intercepted by Hurlbut. She's going to pooch that one out of the back line. Another goal kick for the Redhawks. Colton will kick this one in the end zone. She boots this one all the way to the 35-yard line. That ball is going to be out of bounds, going the Spartans' way. The throw-in intended for Winans. Winans gets there, little dump off the Rem. Rem far side looking for Praxel, just a little too far. Crandall will pick it up. And so far, with just about 3 minutes of play, the Spartans keeping it in opponent territory as a little punt kick. Momentarily, the Spartans got in front. They will not. That will be Grenell in opponent territory. Welch will get it off the deflection. She's going to try to kick it forward for Winans, but it'll be pooched into in Spartan territory. Praxel's got it on the near side, up top the Rem. Rem's going to dish off the Praxel, but that'll be knocked out by Keating. Marker to throw in. Her throw intended for Rem over near the 10-yard line. Little headbutt in intended for Hurlbutt. Shavsty over to Winans. That's going to drift out of bounds. Throw in for C-square is McClowry. McClowry's going to get that one booted back to the back line. Markert's got it on the near side, over to Praxel. Praxel getting it, moving that ball up top, the Winans, but that ball will actually be kept in bounds by Rem momentarily and knocked out of bounds by the Hawks. Praxel will get the throw in. Gets it into Rem. Rem intended for Brooks. Brooks will get there before it heads out. Over to Burry. Knocked out of play by Ramsey for the Hawks. Rem's got a shot inside. Deflected around. Shavsty over the top. That ball's going to go back out of the back line. It's going to get to McClowry in Hawks territory. Hawks looking to get a little something going on offensively. Defensively, the ball has been in their own territory for 90% of this game as Welch misses Praxel on the pass. Little turnover. Welch moving up top for Rem. Rem gets it over to Hurlbutt momentarily. Hurlbutt's got it. Intended for Winans. Winans trying to get it back to Hurlbutt, but that's going to get kicked out and up to Keating. Keating on the far side over. Little pass inside. That gets to Grenell. Grenell looking for something. It's going to get recovered by Shavsty. Burry's got it momentarily up top to Brooks. Little pass to Winans. Winans gets it to Brooks up top. Brooks moving inside. Brooks shoots, lines up, and it's off the pole. It will be Colton taking this one. We'll take this kick for the Spartans. Inside feed over to Keating. Actually, Ramsey. Winans got it on the far side. Keppel gets it. She tries to go up inside. Burry's going to get it. Keeping it at around the far side. Over to Welch. Welch intended feed for Rem. Gets knocked momentarily. Colton gets it out. Markert's going to get it around the 35. Keeping possession for the Spartans. Marker trying to get it to Praxel. Gets it up to Rem. Rem on the near side around the 5. Her shot is off the hands of Crandall, and Crandall gets a great jump getting that save for the Red Hawks. So it's going to be the first corner of the day for the Spartans. Looks like Shavsty will go take it on the far side. Shavsky inside cross. Tended for Winans. Deflected out. Deflected still. Praxel gets a foot on it. Praxel's shot's going to be right of the goal post. So it's going to be another goal kick for the Redhawks. 3:50 remaining here in the first half of action. 8 minutes so far, and the Spartans have kept dominant ball control in their own opponent territory. Randall's just going to pooch this one to Colton. Colton's going to launch that one, but it's off of Winans out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Redhawks. Rem inside feed. Hurlbutt trying to get there. It's deflected off. Colton deflects it. Intended. Keppel gets there momentarily, but Brooks will get it out of bounds, and it'll actually be an ESM throw-in as it was off of Keppel, according to the line judge. Brooks, her throw-in, tended for Rem. Deflected still. Whistle blown, and it's going to go to the other way, so it's going to be a foul on the Spartans. Their first, actually the first foul of tonight's action. Colton's going to kick this one at around the 5-yard line. Panepito gets there momentarily. Praxel will end up having control, deflected off of Sierra Panepito. Praxel intended for Welch there momentarily. Rem's going to get knocked down. No whistles blown. The Redhawks are going to go the other way in transition. Leah Shavsky knocks it. Hurlbutt gets it momentarily, corrals it. Burry's going to get it back to Hurlbutt. Hurlbutt looking for something here. Inside feed to Winans. Actually gets back to Praxel. Praxel gets it back up to Winans. Winans has Rem. Winans' pass is deflected out of bounds by McLowry. Praxel will throw this one in. Gets it over to the Rem. Rem with some space. It's going to be deflected, still in bounds. McLaurin will be called out, so it's going to be a corner for the Spartans on the near side here. Rem takes this one. McLaurin on the defense right there. Cross inside. Headed off of Welch, headed back to Brooks on the far side. Brooks tries to tip it in, keeping in opponent territory, but that ball will go out of bounds and the Redhawks will get a throw-in. Spartans have had a lot of chances so far to get on the board early. Two corners and some beautiful inside feeds into the box, but nothing so far for the Spartans. The Redhawks throw intended for Miller. Miller bounces that one over to Colton. Colton gets it up to Ricard, getting her some of her first minutes of tonight's action. Markert's going to boot this one over to Welch. Welch looking for something. Welch over to Brooks on the far side. Brooks looking for Rem. Leads her a little too far, and that'll be another Redhawk goal kick. Down to 28:09 remaining here in the first half of action. You are watching the quarterfinal for the Class AA Section 3 girls soccer. Ricard up top to Panempito. That's going to get intercepted by Praxel. Praxel over the Rem. Rem looking for something. She's got Shavsky on the near side up top. Pass lead a little too far. Shavsky will not be able to keep it in, and it's going to be another goal kick. Unless called otherwise, it'll be another goal kick for the Redhawks. It'll be Colton taking this one at around in the inside line. Her kick, feet inside. Praxel gets a foot on it. That's over the Brooks. Brooks has some space to corral this one inside feed to Winans. Winans Up top to Brooks. Brooks looking for Rem. Pass led a little too far. Rem's going to knock it off her head. Rems is going to try to keep it in front. She gets tripped up momentarily, and Keppel gets it out of bounds and pushes it back to the 30-yard line for the Redhawks. Brooks is throwing, intended for Winans. Winans gets it over to Welch. Welch intended for Rem. The Redhawks will let that one go out of the back line, and it'll be another goal kick for the Redhawks. Colton, her kick, intercepted by Brooks. Brooks off of the deflection of Miller. Miller over to Grennell. Over to Reichard. Praxel keeps it in bounds. Rem's got it. As Winans with her. Rem working inside. Rem trying to get a shot off. Tripped off momentarily. Move inside. She's got some move. Brought down. And McClary does her job. Deflected out of bounds by Winans. Praxel deflects it over to Welch and Shavasty. Welch trying to get by Ramsey. Kurdzik's getting her first touch of the night as she bumps it over to Burry. Burry an inside feed to Welch. Welch tries to pass lead Praxel. Little short. Welch over to Shavasty. Shavasty with a little bit of footwork gets over to Praxel on the near side. Rem. Praxel intended for Rem on the inside feed. Winans trying to keep it. Whistles will blow, and it's going to go to the Redhawks. So another penalty foul on the Spartans tonight. Their second of the night. Colton's going to kick this one from about the 15-yard line. Colton's kick is going to get by midfield. Welch boots it in to Redhawk territory. Winans with the touch over to Rem. Rem over to Winans. Winans intended for Rem, short once again, and the Redhawks will hit that one out of bounds. So it's another throw-in for the Spartans. It looks like Burry will take it on the far side. At throw-in, intended for Rem. Rem inside cross. She's got Praxel momentarily. Off Praxel. Tip feed. Rem. Whistle's blown. It's going to be an offsides call on the Spartans. Colton will take this one once again from the end zone. Colton's kick intended for Ramsey. Over to St. Clair. St. Clair's got it momentarily. Ramsey had it momentarily. Up top to St. Clair. St. Clair trying to get back to Ramsey. Doesn't. Burry gets it. It's over to Shavasty. Shavasty over to Rem. Rem looking for Praxel. Little too short. Reichard gets there for the Redhawks. Rem knocks it off the head. Praxel keeping it in. Over to Rem. Rem's going to get it knocked out by Panimpedo. Reichard will throw this one in for the Hawks. Throw intended for Panimpedo. It's going to get deflected. Rem's got it at the 20. She's trying to get it to Winans. Deflected off a Central Square defender. Ramsey tended for Miller. Gets the Brooks. Burry's got it behind the 50. Crosses midfield. Inside feed to Rem. Rem tried to get it out to Brooks. Doesn't. Rem's, though, off the deflection, keeps it in. Actually, Brooks keeps it in off the deflection, off of the missed pass. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Spartans as a Hawks defender threw it out of bounds. Brooks, inside throw to Burry. Actually, Burry's inside throw to Brooks. Brooks, low on the ground, intended for Shavasty or Rem. Doesn't get there. C-Square doing a great job defensively on the back line as Rem's got a great opportunity here. Her shot's in! Rem goes over the defenders and the goalkeeper to get the goal. And it's 1-0 Spartans with 22:02 remaining here in the first half of play. Beautiful touch by Leah Rem. She goes up and over the three-person back line and the goalkeeper to get that one through. And it's now 1-0 Spartans as the Spartans are finally able to capitalize here in the first half. Praxel, actually that's Welch, off the tip. Burry's got it currently. Burry intended feed for Welch. Welch doesn't get it. Backs off. Getting the defensive set. That will be St. Clair trying to get it up for Panepito. Being defended by Markert and Praxel. Praxel over to Kurzik in the back line. Over to Markert. Markert, Praxel. Praxel intended for Winans. That one's going to stay on the line. Rem will get there, but it's going to be knocked out of play by Keating. Praxel will throw this one in. That back line of Central Square keeping it out of harm's way for the time being. Brooks inside feed to Shavasty. Shavasty lining that one up. It's a little right. At the 18-minute mark, Rem gets the first goal of today's action. It's Colton on the bat. Going to kick this one off once again for the Hawks. Stay tuned for tonight as Winans, Welch, Brooks, Rem. It's going to be deflected by a Hawks defender. Rem in transition. That would be Ramsey that currently had it momentarily as Hurlbut gets it and knocks it upside. But it's going to be thrown by Reichard. Stay tuned for the other game of tonight's doubleheader here at Spartan Stadium on Spartan Sports Network as the boys soccer team takes on Watertown in tonight's quarterfinal action. That game is intended to start at 7. 6:32 remaining here in the first half of play. The Spartans up 1, and the punt kick by Grandel is going to get knocked out of bounds, and the Spartans will get a throw-in. Markert will take it on the near side. It's been 1 goal so far for the Spartans. That's Leah Rem at the 18-minute mark. Inside throw. Rem over to Welch. Welch over to Shavasty. Shavasty gets that ball deflected by the Hawks. That deflected was Grenell. Grenell is going to, it's going to get bounced out of play off of Keppel this time. And Brooks, with the smart play, gets the Spartan throw-in. Burry's throw-in intended for Winans. Winans gets her pass intended for Rem, knocked off a Hawks defender, so it's another throw-in for Burry on the far side. Winans will get that pass. Colton knocks that one upfield. Kurzik's got it on the back line. That's over to Markert. Markert. Pass over to Praxel. Praxel on the far side. Reichard in transition, actually in defense, will get the goal kick for the Hawks. Many opportunities for the Spartans today, especially controlling most of today's possession in Red Hawks territory. Limited number of chances for the Red Hawks to get up on the board with 7:56 remaining here in the first half. Kick, Praxel deflected. Rem will get a boot on it. or at least try to. Hurlbutt gets it. She's going to try to go up top on the far side for Brooks, and it's going to be a Central Square throw-in. It'll be Miller, actually Keppel on the far side. Hurlbutt inside feed for Shavasty. Shavasty's got some room. She gets Praxel on the far side, actually on the near side. It's going to be out of bounds. Praxel's throwing over to Rem near the goal line. That ball will get knocked out of bounds by C Square. Praxel with another throw-in. Rem gets it. Rem looking to make a play. Tries to move inside. Keeps it in play still. Behind the back toss foot. Pass. No good. So C Square knocks it in play. Kurdzik in the back line along with Burry. Burry intended for Shavasty. Picked off by Grenell. Grenell over the Ramsey. Ramsey intended for St. Clair. Kurdzik's got it as she picked it off. Inside feed for Rem. Rem directing traffic. Has Hurlbutt, but gets deflected off a Central Square defender. Praxel's got it on the far side. Her shot is low and off the side of the foot, and that ball will get kicked up top. As Pan and Pinto cannot get there, as Markert will throw it in for the Spartans. The throw is going to be intended for Praxel. It's off the back of Praxel. Praxel will just toss that in. She's got Brooks momentarily on the inside feed. Brooks trying to get the ball into the box. Cannot. Bounces it back to Welch. Welch over to Burry. Burry back to Welch. Welch trying to get it to Brooks. Misses that inside feed. Welch trying to get Hurlbutt, but can't. Burry gets it. Burry on the far side. Gets it to Rem. Rem momentarily looking for that inside feed. Actually, to that cross-field feed to Praxel. Praxel can't get it. It's deflected. Hurlbutt controls it momentarily. That ball will stay in play as it was deflected off of a Central Square defender. 15:08 remaining here in the first half of action. Spartans lead the Redhawks 1-0. That header off of Welch gets up top on the far side to Winans. Winans inside feed to Rem. Rem's got a shot here. Can't momentarily. Back out of the box. Miller, Colton deflecting that one out, and Rem on the retry cannot get it by her. Reichardt's got it on the near side. Going over top of Praxel. Markert gets it. Inside move. Markert back on the inside move. Trying to get it into the box and get a play going. Burry's going to get it on the far side with some room. Deflected. C Square trying to get it out of territory. Shavasty will get this one in the middle. Shavasty's shot is going to be caught by Grandel. And, Grandel decides to not go with the punt kick right there. Now she does. That little high archer will get actually bounce out of bounds inside the 30. So it's another throw-in for the Spartans. Liliana Di Natale getting her first action of the night from the looks of it. Coming in for Sophia Brooks is Markert's throw-in. Intended for Rem. Inside feed to Welch. Welch over to Winans. Winans, Welch. Colton deflects that one, but the whistles were blown. Kurdzik's going to actually get a free kick here. She'll place it inside the 30. Kurdzik's free kick, trying to go over top, but can't, just a little too high. Aiming for that far right corner. Gets it a little high and through the uprights. And it's another central square goal kick. As we get a substitution for the Red Hawks, McCory comes in on for Panampito. Looks like Colton will take this one from the back line and kick this one. Reichardt's got it on the near side. McCory gets that one bounced out. St. Clair, little transition right here. Kurzik, great defense. Gets it up top to Praxel. Praxel keeps it in bounds. Reichard will pick it off. Kurzik gets it in the back line. Over to DiNatale. DiNatale moots that one forward, intended for Winans, but that ball goes out of bounds. Hurlbert gets it momentarily, intended for Rem. Deflected off of an ESM player inside of ESM territory. Momentarily back out. McCory being defended by Welch. Welch gets it over the Hurlbut. Hurlbut over to Rem. Rem on the far side. DiNatale. Winans. Shavasty. Rem inside move. Has Shavasty up top. She's going to get it to Praxel, actually. Praxel's got some room. Praxel looking to load up and shoot, but will get deflected off the back line, and it's going to be a corner. Actually, it's a goal kick for C Square, one of their many of the night. As we get another substitution coming on, it will be Kylie Smith coming on for Winans. Colton on the kickoff. Boots this one over to the 40, just about out of bounds off an C-square defender off the deflection. Burry's going to throw this one in. The throw-in intended for Smith. Kick over the top. Colton's got it on the back line. Grandel will end up coming to get it and recover this one. Punt kick. Ball will be fielded around the 40 by Ramsey, being defended well by DiNatale. DiNatale gets that one out momentarily. Inside feed to Rem. Rem inside feed to Hurlbert. Hurlbert's got some space. She's going to shoot. She's going to be left, though, and it's going to be another goal kick. Colton will kick once again tonight. Hurlbert gets it off the deflection from Welch. Hurlbert, inside feed for Rem, gets it deflected off. Colton deflects it out. Over to Ramsey. Ramsey, as C Square looking to push through. St. Clair gets tripped up momentarily, but it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Spartans. Burry's throw-in, intended for Rem. Multiple C-square defenders around. Rem, back over to Kurzik. Kurzik, over to Rem. Rem, Welch. Welch looking to get Smith going, but that pass will be a little too far. C-square lets it go back behind the midline, the back line. And it's going to be a kick for Colton. Colton's kick Welch. Praxel. Praxel tripped up momentarily. Right card will get to it as she passes to Colton. Colton will boot it. Trying to get it by mid-territory. St. Clair gets it. Feed for Pan and Pinto. Can't get there. Praxel off the turnover. Praxel will go low with it. Grandal will get it as that ball gets by Colton. Grandal on the punt. Intended for Ramsey. Welch off the interception. Trying to get it up the rem. Colton boots that one. Kurtzik heads the ball. St. Clair in attack will not get there. Ramsey picks it up for the Red Hawks. She gets it over to Grinnell off of C-square. Hurlbutt over to Praxel. Praxel inside to Rem. Rem trying to pass lead DiNatale. That ball's going to go off, so DiNatale gets a last-minute move on it, and it's going to be a corner for the Spartans. It'll be Shavasty taking this one. Shavasty's cross inside off the hands of Grandal, and Grandal will get it. Praxel off the deflection, trying to get at the rem. Doesn't, misses the foot. Hurlbutt gets it. Inside feed. Kicked out by right card. Pan and Pinto can't get there. Grinnell, St. Clair. St. Clair gets it picked off by Kurtzik. Kurtzik over to Markert. Markert, Kurtzik, Kurtzik, Markert. Markert over to Kurtzik once again. Kurtzik inside, trying to get it to Rem. Can't momentarily. Right card gets pushed down by Praxel. Rem's in transition. Gets it up top to Shavasty. Shavasty with numbers, pushing the pace. She's got Smith intended for. It's going to be picked off by Colton. Colton will move inside in midfield territory. Colton making some magic happen. Inside feed. She'll boot that one towards the back line in ESM territory as Orcutt gets her first action scene of the day, basically. And Kurtzik will take this one. Will kick this one off. Kurtzik's kick. Corralled by Shavasty. Shavasty up top to DiNatale. She's got DiNatale in stride. Nice move inside, back by DiNatale. DiNatale over to Rem. Gets picked off. DiNatale intended for, looks like Shavasty or Welch, but DiNatale gets it back. That ball will be knocked out of bounds by Keating, and it's another ESM throw-in. It's actually going to be a central C-square throw-in. Throw-in intended for Grinnell. Off the side of the foot. Hurlbutt trying to get there to pick that one off. Grinnell ends up recovering. Grinnell over intended for Ramsey. But it's going to be an ESM throw-in. 3:33 remaining here in the first half of action. Spartans lead C-square 1-0. This is your 3-6 matchup in the Class AA bracket, sectional bracket. It's going to be a kick from Kurtzik off the free play. Kurtzik inside cross, off a few defenders. Grandal will get it. Another great opportunity for the Spartans. Down to the last 3 minutes of the half. The punt by Grandal off the foot of Welch. Welch to Markert to Praxel. Praxel to Shavasty. Shavasty gets tripped up. Shavasty's down on the ground momentarily. And Shavasty will get up and walk on her own. Colton's going to get this one inside the 30, 40. She dumps it off to Keating. Keating back to Colton. Colton using her speed to get by some defenders. Picked off by Smith. Colton trying to get by, cannot. Burry up top to Smith. Smith's got 4 defenders in C-square territory. Off of Burry, deflected off of Burry momentarily. Corralled by St. Clair, and Ramsey's got it on the far side. Ramsey's keeping the ball inside. Burry ends up getting to it. She will get it up over to Dina Talley. Dina Talley over the rem. Probably the longest possession that the Redhawks have had in opposing territory today. Colton's got it. Hurlbutt gets it. She's going to pick that one off of the Smith deflection. Hurlbutt and side move to the far side, near side. Keating will run it down. Down to the last minute of play here in the first half. It's a corner for the Spartans, their 3rd or 4th of the day. It'll be Rem from the near side. Rem off the head of Welch. Reichard keeps it in. Dina Talley will try to get there. Does. But Keating gets that one to the about midfield. Kurzik, Burry. Kurzik inside feed. She's kind of got Rem down there. Little overlaunch. Colton. Grandel will pick it up. And with the last 10 seconds of play, that will just about do it for the first half of action. And that will do it. So after one half of play, Spartans lead C-square, and we're going to go right into the halftime show. Joining me right now is Todd Durantini. Todd, one half of play, the ladies up 1.
Yeah, you know what? Let me just start with, this is my favorite time of year. You know, sectionals coming in after the season. Going into sectionals, it's, even when I was playing, it was the most exhilarating, time of the season. If we could just have sectionals all season, I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
But yeah, with the Spartans being up 1-0, it's great for the home crowd here. Some things that I've been seeing throughout the game, Square, they're keeping a man back. So ESM is having difficulty sending those long balls in, getting those through balls through because they're keeping that man back, and Central Square, kudos to their defense. They have a really strong defense back there, not allowing ESM to get back there. ESM, they're finding really, really good opportunities up there. We've had so many corners. We just haven't capitalized on that. We should be capitalizing on. ESM, they're keeping it in the attacking third, or, they're coming back to the middle third. So they're doing a really good job possessing all that too. What really they need to do is they just need to get another goal here to seal the deal.
You would think they've had the ball about 90% of that half in opposing territory.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
so
C-Square only had about, I'd say, 4 minutes in ESM territory. You would think this lead would be bigger by now.
But notice when Central Square had possession down here, or even when Kurzik got caught down here in the corner, Central Square kept putting that pressure on, leading them or taking them back and back and back. That's what Square needs to keep on doing. They need to keep pressure up, and that's how they're going to succeed up in the top. But again, with the possession that ESM's had, you'd think this game would be, a couple more on the board. But ESM needs to score to seal the deal, and Square, they just need to keep putting that press on. I think that's my analyzation of this half so far. What about you?
I think for C-Square having for majority of that possession being in opposing territory, I've seen C Square have a few players with really good acceleration outbursts.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're really not tired, even though the ball is in their territory. So they're doing a good job stamina-wise, keeping up. This game could be out of hand, but C Square, the fact that they're kicking in and still staying in, they're one good opportunity away from notching this game up and giving us a different landscape.
I always say that it only takes one goal, especially on a 1-0 game. It only takes one goal to get this game back to pretty much 0-0. So, yeah, I mean, both teams are doing really well, though. I mean, sectional time, you're going to see a difference in teams as well. I think we've seen a difference in the ESM team and Square team coming in here, being their first game in this sectional. I believe, as you said, the 3 and 6 match. So, I mean, listen, it's game time. You put it all on that field. All on that field. That's what I did. I mean, I put it all on the field because every second counted.
The lone goal of today's half is that in the 18-minute mark, Leah Rem goes over the back line and over the top. So with about 6 minutes left, we will go down. We'll end the halftime show, and we'll be back with the second half of action momentarily. You're watching Section 3 Girls Lacrosse Sports here on Spartan Sports Network. the second half of action here at Spartan Stadium. One game of tonight's doubleheader as the girls are currently up 1-0 on C Square in the quarterfinal Class AA sectionals quarterfinal game. It's Leah Rem at the 18-minute mark with tonight's only goal of the game. C Square starting off with possession tonight. Spartans controlling possession to open up the half inside feed to Hurl, but she's got a nice opportunity. Colton trying to get it out. Many Redhawks defenders, Shavisty's on the far side with it currently with possession. Praxel inside feed. Whistle's blown. And it looks like we will get an offsides call on the Spartans. Colton from the back. She will kick this one off. Colton's low kick. Herbert trying to get the inside move over to Winans. Winans moving up top. Has Rem. Tries to connect with Rem. Colton's going to knock this one out of bounds, though. So it's a throw-in for the Spartans. Brooks on the throw-in. Over to Rem. Rem keeping this one inside. Over to Winans. Winans' shot will be caught by Grandel. And another missed opportunity for the Spartans. Grandel's punt kick. Welch corrals it at the 40. Inside move. Gets a defender up. Moves a defender out, but it's going to be a turnover on the Spartans. Winans deflecting this one, losing her balance momentarily. That ball will end up going out of bounds, and it'll be a Red Hawk throw-in on the far sideline near the 10-yard line. Rem's got it off the pick. Inside feed to Brooks. Has Brooks. Brooks with the header. Brooks trying to get it by. Can't. And kicks it a little too high. Nice. Good attempt. Probably their best look of the day so far for a goal. Brooks just gets it up. Kicks it. Actually makes contact with the ball up in the air. And it's going to go out the back line. Colton's going to get this one. Colton. Burry lets that one go on out the sideline. Burry will throw it in. Winans will end up getting this one. Welch over to Rem. Rem inside move. Has Herba in transition. Rem actually corrals it over. Rem going to the back line now. Rem trying to keep it in. Boots it over to Marker. Marker. Shavisty. Shavisty to Kurzik. Kurzik over to Burry on the near side. Burry intended for Welch. Welch trying to get it up top to Winans. Will do. Winans makes a move inside. Winans inside feed for Rem. Deflected off of Colton. Colton's going to try to get this one out, but it's going to be deflected out of bounds by the Redhawks. That would be Keppel on the deflection. Rem trying to move inside, moves out, inside feed. Praxel could not get there in time. Shavisty will try to get it before it heads out. She will. Keeps it in play over to Marker on the far side. Actually over past Marker. Welch gets it backside Tip back pass for Marker. Gets it. Marker trying to get it. Had the line deflected off of Central Square. Colton will end up kicking this one out of bounds for an ESM throw-in on the far sideline. Marker, Rem's got space. She's going to try to shoot, but that wall will be too high. And Colton will kick it in the back for the Red Hawks. Burry will let that one go out of bounds, as it's another ESM throw-in. Intended for Welch. Welch bounced it off. Actually, Rem will kind of get there. Nope, Praxel does before her. Praxel over to Rem. Rem on the inside. Backs it out. Welch. Her shot was low. Saved by Grandel. Ball goes out of bounds again. It's going to be Burry on the throw-in. Rem tries to get it off the head. Ball bounced out of bounds again. Burry on another throw-in. Intended for Winans. Deflected off a Central Square defender. Rem keeping the ball, can't keep the ball out in play. It's going to be thrown for the Red Hawks. Brooks will end up corralling it, the throw-in. Gets it up top to Winans. Colton's going to boot that one before Winans can even get to it. Kurtzik's backpedaling momentarily. She's going to knock that one over to Burry. Reichard trying to apply some pressure. Burry keeps it in play momentarily. Kappel gets it over to Kurtzik. Kurtzik will start moving this one in transition. Kurtzik feed to Welch. Welch with the pass intended for Rem, but it's going to be Colton on the back line. Hurlbert intercepts it. It's going to be inside feed for Rem. That ball's going to roll out of the back line. And Central Square is going to get another goal kick. 32:40 remaining here in the second half of action. The Spartans lead Central Square 1-0. Burry over to Shavasty. Shavasty in the middle of the field. Boots that one up ahead. Going to give Winans a shot. Grandel will come out a goal before Winans gets to it, and it's going to be another goal kick for the Red Hawks. The kick low. Ball up in the air. Little tips in play. Marker keeps it. Tries to go up ahead. Shavasty. Inside feed to Rem. Rem with the move inside. Bounce it out. Backside. Had Brooks. Short pass a little short. Colton gets there to get that one out. Ramsey moving up ahead. Intended for Reichard. Gets by Kurtzik. Kurtzik trying to get there. Finally does. Makes the inside move. Has Ramsey to beat before there's some space. Gets it over to Brooks. Brooks intended for Rem. And Kappel will just deflect that one out of bounds. Burry's going to get another throw-in. One of many she's already had this second half. Burry's throw-in is for Brooks. Brooks, Burry, Welch. Welch over to Rem. Rem keeps that one in play. Tries to get it up for Winans. Actually, it's Praxel. Colton will once again get there. Colton's been fantastic all night, preventing the Spartans from getting closer into the box. Colton's low pass, but that will be deflected out of bounds by Miller. And it's going to be another ESM throw-in, this time on the far side of the field. It'll be Marker on the throw-in. She's going to intend that one for Rem. Rem trying to get something going. Can't. Praxel bounces that one out of bounds. McClary was there momentarily. And we have a Central Square sub as St. Clair will come in for McClary. The throw-in by the Red Hawks is going to be a 50-50 ball as Hurlbert gets it over to Rem on the far side. Rem, inside feed, off of Colton. Colton gets that one out quick. Burry's going to come in and converge on it to keep that ball forward and up ahead to apply the pressure. Brooks misses the pass. Brooks will end up deflecting it, but that ball is going to go out of bounds off of Brooks as she was tripped up momentarily. The inside throw off the head of Welch. Capel trying. Whistles will going to be blown. Rem's going to get a foul on the play. It's going to be... It will be Colton kicking, actually. No, it's going to be Keating kicking. As she heads over to Colton, Rem will apply a little bit of pressure. Colton's pass off of Burry. Burry actually moves it back in to Central Square territory. Kurzik trying to get there. She gets it over to Burry. Burry trying to get it to Welch. Cannot. Intercepted by Grenell. That ball moves up top. Colton's back there as she gets it over to Capel. Capel intending it for Grenell, and Shavasty gets there. Shavasty looking for Praxel on the far side. Cannot. Reichard gets there before. Winans with the little deflection tip to Praxel. Praxel trying to bounce it inside. Will not. Bounces it outside. Looking for that cross inside. And Grandal gets hands on it before a Spartans player can get to it. She rolls it over to Capel on the near side. Capel intended for Ramsey. It's off of Ramsey, and it's an ESM throw-in from the near side. Burry will take it again. We have an ESM substitution. Looks like Winans. Actually, no, it's going to be Liliana Dina Talley coming in for Leah Shavasty. The intended throw into Welch is picked off by Grenell. Hurlbert's got it, intended for Rem. Rem's going to shoot up, and she gets it by Grandel, and it's 2-0 Spartans. Rem notches her second of the night. Hurlbert gets the assist. Rem gets her second goal of the night. The Hawks are now down 2-0. Hawks still in it, though. Colton boots that one up ahead. Burry's going to watch that one roll out of bounds, and it's going to be another ESM throw-in. .52 minutes in, Rem gets her second goal of tonight's action as Kurzik will get it and will bounce it over to Hurlbut, and they will and the Spartans will look to get it As Rem gets it, they're trying to get it out of Spartan territory and moves it up into Hawks territory, but Rem will let that pass go a little too far. As Grandel gets there, and she will kick it high and low. Rem intercepting that one. Central Square bouncing it inside. Praxel gets it to Welch. Welch can't get there. Brooks will. Brooks. Rem again. Rem trying to get by. Cannot. Colton bounces it. Deflects it. Colton doing a really good job tonight preventing Rem from really getting any space on that back line and getting a good look at goal. As Colton bounces that, it deflects that one out of bounds. Shavsty comes back in, and it looks like Dina Talley will exit off. Burry's throw into Rem. Will be deflected out of bounds by Keating. It's a Brooks throw-in. Brooks to Winans. Winans. Brooks. Brooks over to Rem. Rem. Colton will knock that one out. It's actually tipped in the play. Capel. Brooks got a shot. So does Winans, but it's going to roll out and actually deflected by Shavsty. That was Grenell with it momentarily. Colton finally gets it out, but that ball will end up rolling out of bounds, and it will get by midfield for another ESM throw-in. Colton will get it. Actually, she'll let Grandal come and get it. Grandal's kick. High. Off the head of Shavsty. Shavsty keeps it in play. Rem knocks it forward for Shavsty. Shavsty gets beat by Reichard. Colton just kicks that one out of bounds pretty easily. Ryan Colton doing a great job tonight keeping that ball from getting back near the goal for the Redhawks. Thrown by Marker, intended for Rem. Rem will end up finally getting there. Rem, inside feed for Winans. Winans to Brooks. Brooks bounces it back out. Will kick over to Welch. Actually, no, it's going to be Hurlbutt. Hurlbutt, inside feed on the cross. Does not. Welch trying to get it off the cross. It's going to be off a Capel, and it's going to be an ESM throw-in. Brooks' throw intended for Rem. Rem will get there. It's deflected off of Central Square. Brooks with a throw-in intended for Welch. Welch trying to bounce it back to the back line. Welch, inside cross. Rem! Rem! She's got three! Leah Rem gets her hat trick tonight, and the Spartans now lead 3-0. Leah Rem assisted by Chloe Welch right there. And it's now 3-0 Spartans with 23:16 remaining here in the second half of action. Orcutt kicks that one, intended for Welch. Gets it actually by midfield. Welch will end up corralling it. Up top for Rem, looking for a fourth goal, but Colton will just get back there and knock that one out of bounds. Ryan Colton once again doing a great job as that man back, preventing the Spartans to do any more damage tonight. Rem tripped up by Keating. 69 minutes in, Rem notches her, actually 70 minutes into the night's action. Rem knocks in her third goal of the night. We get a corner. Actually, it's going to be a free kick. It looks like Praxel will take this. Praxel's cross inside, almost deflected off. Shavasty momentarily. Shavasty. Halbert gets it. It's 4-0 Spartans at the 20-50-70 mark here in the second half of action. And the Spartans are finally getting in on actually converting opportunities. It's Michaela Hurlbutt on getting her first goal of the night off the assist from Shavasty. Marker over to Winans. As Brooks gets it, she's past midfield, inside move. Colton tries to deflect it, can't. Welch on the inside, and it's going to be Grenell getting that one out as it's up top to Ramsey, and Ramsey cannot do anything with it. Well, it's the Spartans' fourth goal of the night. They now lead 4-0 with 20:49 remaining here in the second half of action. Brooks, cross field. Welch will get this one. Tries to pass lead. Shavsty will not. Colton gets back there, and she will boot that one back to Marker. Ram will be whistled. Looks like she will be marked out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick for C Square. Welch with a good opportunity, cannot capitalize it. So Hurlbert's goal comes in the 72nd minute of play here, as Pan and Pito will knock that one out. Markert's throw-in intended for Winans. Winans will deflect that one out of bounds. Marker's got it in the middle of the field, surrounded by many Red Hawks defenders. Marker, Rem trying to bounce it in, will not. Whistle blown again. And it's going to go to the Red Hawks' way. Rem's got it. Trying to boot it up. Can't. Colton will end up getting to it. Actually, she'll let Grandel get it. And she'll come out of goal. She will just punt this one off to Ramsey. Ramsey can't get there, though. It's going to be Praxel. Praxel deflecting it. Kurzik gets it off the deflection. Inside move by St. Clair. Kurzik over to, actually, it's going to get by Grandel. Actually, Grandel will actually get the kick. Apologies. Shavsty deflects it. Colton's in the back. She will boot that one, trying to get it by a midfield. Can't. Praxel heads it. She will end up heading that one out of bounds, and it's going to be a Redhawks throw-in. Shavsty off the turnover. She boots it up ahead. She's got Winans in speed. Colton converging, though. Colton, great job tonight once again. She will boot that one by midfield. It goes through the legs of St. Clair. Kurzik with a nice move inside. Kurzik looking to get it by midfield. Trying to get this ball off. She'll try to get it up to Brooks. Can't, but that ball will end up rolling out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in all the way deep into Blackhawk territory. Throw-in intended for Ramsey. Ramsey deflects that one back. Burry's got it off the head of Burry. And it's going to be Ramsey getting this one in transition for the Redhawks. Praxel cuts her off. Over to Kurzik. Ramsey's going to corral this one. Deflection a little too far. Off of Praxel. Burry moving it out. She's got Grenell. Grenell trying to get it by Welch. Finally does. Burry just knocks that one in play forward. Hurlbutt gets it. She moves forward in play. Hurlbutt intended for Winans. Winans got space. Winans shot off of the deflection of Grandel, and Winans will just end up kicking that one off the air, off the rebound. And it's a good attempt for Winans, but will not be able to capitalize on that one. As Grandel gets a few saves there and keeps this game at 4-0 with 15:46 remaining here in the second half of action. Colton, I believe, will end up taking this one off the sub, but there was a substitution as we see Keating come back in for the Redhawks. Colton, kick. Brooks off her head. Brooks will look to get it over to the Praxel. Ended up doing that. Praxel trying to get ahead to Rem. Rem does. Rem. Nice move inside. Bouncing it out. Winans trying to get through. Ends up getting it. Shot wide right. And that ball will go out of bounds. Colton will kick it off once again. Welch heads it off over to Capel. Capel trying to corral it. End up can't. Brooks trying to get inside. Can't. It'll be deflected off of Brooks. Brooks trying to move inside. Give another great opportunity for the Spartans. Welch off of the throw-in. Welch trying to hit Winans. Can't, but that... And C-Square will let that ball roll out the back line. It's a corner on the near side of the field. It's going to be Praxel from... taking this one. Praxel, low foot. Kurzik coming in. Kurzik trying to get it through. Trying to get a deflection. Can't. C-Square corrals it. Brooks, nice inside move. Brooks, little right of the goal. Another fouled opportunity for the Spartans. Colton Boots that one off. Intended for Keating. Actually, and now it's in ESM territory. Orcutt will end up getting that and booting that one over to Burry. Burry can't. Keating coming in, and it looks like it will be called out of bounds on ESM. C-square with a throw-in. Intended for St. Clair. St. Clair trying to get around. Will not. Welch moves out. Bounces it to the outside. Trying to get it to Winans. Winans going to run in transition. She's got Kylie Smith along with her. Smith bounces it out. Bounces back in over to Winans. Winans. Smith. Smith trying to keep possession here over to Welch. Welch looking for something to happen. Gets over the Brooks. Brooks back to Welch. Welch with a beautiful feed to Brooks. Brooks looking for a cross. Be deflected off a Central Square defender, and Grandel will end up picking this one up. Payne Pito will end up getting this one, trying to get it by midfield. She will momentarily. Gets by. Actually intended for St. Clair on that. Flag up. And it's going to be a penalty on the Spartans. And this will be Colton coming in on the kick this one inside the 40-yard line. 11:04 remaining here in the second half of action. Colton's kick on the inside feed. Orcutt will end up stopping that one and keeping it in bounds. Orcutt's kick intended for Winans. Winans over to Hurlbutt. Hurlbutt trying to get it to Brooks, but little too far. Smith trying to converge in on it. C-square will get it up. Keating getting it past Burry. And Will Kurzik over to Brooks. And Brooks will move this one up. C-square trying to get something going here offensively. Cannot. It looks like Welch trying to get it back into Central Square territory. Will not. That ball is played inside. Winans trying to can't. Shavisty's there to get it off the deflection. Grenell. And Grandal will end up getting it back to line. 9:07 remaining here in the second half of action. Colton's got it on the near side. Colton intended for San Pinto. Shavsty turns it over. Actually, took the pick, turned it over. And it's actually a nice and pretty feed. Praxel on the far side here. Praxel looking for Smith. Smith trying to get it inside. Cannot. Smith. Winans. Hurlbutt. Hurlbutt looking for Smith. Actually, it looked like a shot momentarily. Gets over the line. Grandel will corral it. Praxel shot a little high. Grandel, well, Colton will actually boot this one off. Colton. This one will be bouncing inside the 30, inside the 40. Sanson will converge in on it. Kurdzik's on the back line. She will just kick that one over to Orcutt. Orcutt looks like she will boot that. Exactly what she does. Actually, it's misplayed. Keating, great defense by Burry. Gets it up to Shavasty. Shavasty over to Brooks. Brooks. Smith. Smith. Back to Brooks. Brooks inside feed for Smith. A little short. Reichard gets there. Brooks corrals it. Smith will get pass led by Brooks. Smith has Winans on the inside. She will try to cross it, intended for Sanson, and Grandel will recover it. It's a deflected off Winans. Winans will put that one in the back line. And it's going to be Colton kicking this one from the back. Inside the 40 by midfield. St. Clair's got it. Nice little move to Keaton. Keating in transition trying to get by Burry. Will not. Kurdzik will try to corral it. Loses it momentarily. Kurdzik to Brooks. Brooks. Sanson. Sanson to Praxel. That ball will be picked off by C-Square. That will be McCory. McCory over to San Impinto. Kurdzik. Shavasty. Deflected out of bounds by C-Square. 5:18 remaining here in the second half of action. Spartans up 4-0 on C-Square currently. It's going to be a throw-in by Praxel. Praxel intended for Taffel. Taffel, Winans recovers. Back to Praxel. Praxel boots this one up in the air. Intended for Sanson. Sanson gets back to the ball. Brooks, tipped inside. Sanson, over for Taffel. Taffel, low shot, recovered by Grandel. And it's going to be, and C-Square will slow down the tempo. Grandel. Punt kick. Lands inside the 40. Shavasty. Up top for, intended for Sanson. Actually, Sanson does get there. Sanson has some room, has some space. Trying to get it to Brooks inside Pat. Actually, the through ball is no good. Shavasty gets it. Shavasty gets it through to Hurlbutt. Shavasty. Over to the far side. It's going to be a throw by Praxel. Praxel will hit that one out of bounds. Inside. C-Square trying to get it out. Praxel keeps it in off the header. Another head. St. Clair's got it currently. Kurdzik controls it. Kurdzik over to Brooks on the near side. Brooks. Ramsey, and that ball will go out of bounds. It'll be Brooks on the throw-in. Whistle's blown, and it's going to be a substitution for the Redhawks. Inside feed for Sanson on the throw-in. Brooks. Taffel. Taffel on the inside move. Had Winans momentarily, but Colton will end up kicking that one out the back line. And Lena Kurzik gets it by midfield. Kurzik trying to get by, ends off the deflect. Kurzik's going to kick that one, but Grandel will get there. Grandel will roll that one to Colton. Colton trying to push it up tempo quick. Deflected by Brooks. Shavasty gets it. Sanson takes it from a central square player. Sanson over the top, intended for Praxel. Praxel will bounce it out to the outside the numbers. Taffel trying to get through. Finally does by Rykard. Taffel off of McCory. And Grandel will not get there. Taffel with a great job of keeping possession. She bounces it back. Looks like Addison Weisberg was back there for the Spartans. Minute 20 remaining here in the first half of action. Spartans are a minute 20 away from heading to the semifinals in the Class AA sectionals. As Winans. Inside feed for Brooks. Trying to hit Sanson. Does. Sanson trying to shoot. Will not. Deflected. Rykard's got it. Rykard bounces it to McCory on the far side. And we are now under 1 minute of play. Kept in play by the Spartans. San and Pinto takes it away from ESN, and Shavasty will deflect that one out. And it's going to be a Red Hawk throw-in. Hurlbutt deflects it off. Sanson will converge on it. Inside feed to Praxel. Praxel will not get there. Rykard in playing defense. And it's going to go out the back line. Actually, yes, it will go out the back line, and we'll get one last kick here from Central Square. Colton will kick this one. That kick will be met by Leah Shavasty. And that will do it here at Spartan Stadium. It's a 4-0 win, actually, as Brooks gets one last shot. And the Lady Spartans will move on to the semifinals with a 4-0 win over the 6th-seeded Central Square Redhawks. For producer Todd Durantini, cameraman Nolan Wall, and Evan Garland, I am Tanner Jace, folks, saying so long and stay tuned for the rest of our doubleheader, as coming up, the boys take on the 6th-seeded Watertown here at Spartan Stadium on Spartan Sports Network. Good night, everybody.